Call now.
Download the Local 3 News and Weather apps now.
The Lookout Wild Film Festival is gearing up for a fantastic run this week, and there is still time for you to catch these amazing films. More than 60, actually. Andy Johns is very proud of this year's lineup, and he's here to get us excited to find our seats at the Walker Theater. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
More than 10 years, but what's the exact number?
This is the 12th year, believe it or not.
Wow.
So it's you know, we've grown. I think that first year we had maybe 30 people in the room, and now we're expecting a really good crowd, and I mean, it just reinforces Chattanooga is a great place to have something like this.
So I have found myself lately, I have a treadmill at my house, and I'll watch stuff on TV while I'm doing it, and I've gotten to where I'll watch movies. I'm going to go out on a limb. There's a difference to me in a movie and a film.
Ooh, I like that.
And I was looking at the lineup that you have, some of them, and I would put them really in that film category. They make you feel something, don't they?
And that's really what surprises people, is I think people, when they come to the festival for the first time, if they haven't been in the previous years, they think it's going to be just a whole weekend of mountain bikers bombing down a trail with, you know, dubstep music in the background and, you know, techno music of skiers, you know, doing all that. But the characters and the stories, you know, we've got some I know that are going to pull at people's heartstrings, take us to wild places and places people have never seen before, and the films, that variety is what people always like.
Where are these entries coming from, Andy?
So we've got almost 300 films submitted this year, and they came from, I think, 35 countries. So
really?
We've got caving in British Columbia. We've got climbing in Afghanistan. We've got you know, films from all over the world. We've got surfing in Norway, I think it is. So they coming in from all over the place, and we're taking the very best of them and bringing them here to the audience in Chattanooga.
So once people have come and they've watched and they've enjoyed, then are these judged? Are there awards given out? And who does the judging?
So that's our group of screeners, and the process starts. We're going to be starting for 2025 probably here in about a month. So it's a year-long process to watch them. You know, like I said, 300 films. We're chopping it down to the best 60 or so. And so we're looking all throughout the year for, this is an award-winning film, this isn't quite, if they had only done this, it'd be better, or, you know, whatever. So after 12 years, we've got a pretty good idea for what the audience likes. And, you know, folks have said before, you know, do you need to be an MFA in film to be able to judge a film festival? And we've always come from the aspect of, well, if ours is for the audience, you know, we know what the audience likes. The audience has told us over the years, and we have a lot of audience members who are on our judging panel as well.
So when people get their tickets, are they coming for the day, or do they watch just portions of the day? How does that work?
So every film festival is a little bit different for that, but for ours we have like a block of films on Thursday night, a block on Friday night. We've got a matinee block on Saturday, matinee on Sunday, and then Saturday evening, Sunday evening.
Okay.
So at each one of those, I think the Saturday night we've got one longer film called Full Circle that I know folks are going to love. It's about a skier who always had a dream of doing a backflip on skis. He goes, the terrible accident, gets paralyzed, but he doesn't let that stop him from still trying to do a backflip. It's an awesome story. I'm getting chill bumps talking about it. But that block probably has about 7 or 8 films, but some of the other blocks have, you know, as many as 15, 20 films where you're going to see them. Some are 2 or 3 minutes, and some are 90 minutes. So it's all over the place.
It's amazing, isn't it, the power of making the right edit?
It's true.
Not just the visual, but the length, because you want to hold people's attention.
Right, and that's what, you know, if you sit down and you're going to watch movies at home, to watch an hour and a half long movie is normal. But when you've watched a couple of 2-minute and a couple of 5-minute and a couple of 11-minute, you know, short films, then, you know, it's all about perception, and it's been fascinating to see how different the experience is in the theater. Every year there are films that I'll be there in the theater and watch, and the audience will laugh at something and like, oh, I didn't catch that. That is funny.
Yeah.
Or when you start, you know that it's a scene that's really heartfelt, and you start hearing people, you know, sniffles around the audience, and we're in this big room, you know, feeling, having emotions together. It really adds to the experience.
I only have a couple of minutes left, not quite, but 12 years ago, the world was really getting into the whole STEM idea, right? And it seems like everything in life 12 years ago was all about practicality. Have a major that's practical. Do this, do that. And then here you emerge with this film festival. You kind of went out on a limb.
Sure.
Have you been pleased with the result?
It's been amazing to see not just how the festival has grown, how the films have changed. You know, back then, even 12 years ago, which doesn't sound like that long ago.
Right.
But, you know, to film a shot over rapids, people had to rent helicopters and fly them out there. And now if you've got $700, you can get a drone and just fly it out there to do that instead of renting a helicopter.
Good point.
We've got the films this year are the most diverse we've ever had before, because back then, you know, we really had to work to make sure that all the films weren't 20-something, you know, white dudes climbing rock walls, and make sure that it did include other folks. And it's been awesome how many films we have with women as main characters, and just the diversity represented throughout.
Well, I'm not sure I made my point. Now I've got to wrap it up, but I just think it's so great that you found a platform for people to express whatever their talents are, right? To bring this film, because all of us need to be made to feel.
Sure.
And then to celebrate the outdoors as well is a win-win.
Yep. And
so where do people get their tickets?
LWFF.org.
So
Look at Wild
online.
Film Festival, LWFF.org. There's a link for tickets. They can go by the box office there at Memorial, but the hours are pretty limited.
Okay.
So we're sending folks online.
Get them online. Go enjoy your seat at the Walker Theater. It's a huge venue of its own right. I think it's like 900 seats or something there. And go catch these amazing films from 35 countries.
Pretty cool.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Oh, I forgot, I gotta tell you, this is the dad joke of the week. The joke's on me. Andy had even said, oh, I love the dad joke of the week. He's got a 6th grader at home, so maybe he'll have something to get the 6th grader's eyes rolling when he's over at the dinner table tonight. But here's this week's funny installment from Jason Wright.
Your dad joke of the week, brought to you by West Yellow Knife Trading Post.
Hi there, and welcome back to this week's installment of the Dad Joke of the Week. My wife changed after she became a vegetarian. It's like I've never seen her before. A guy dies choking on lettuce. Sure enough, the coroner sees it sticking out of his mouth, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you.
Jason, come on, that was bad, really bad. Who writes these for you anyway, Greg? Anyway, for something good though, come to West Yellow Knife in Dalton. You better get it when you see it at the knife.
Look no further than Mercantile at the Ridge for that unique home furnishing or collectible. The same familiar location, new management, and a refreshing shopping experience with over 125 individual shops. Find what you're looking for at Mercantile at the Ridge, Ringgold Road, Exit 1, East Ridge.
Since 1979, we have proudly been serving the Chattanooga community.
With your support, we have grown beyond our wildest dreams.
A one-on-one journey to optimize your health.
Let us partner with you
on your wellness journey.
In downtown Lafayette, Georgia, the buzz is all about the Bee Booth.